everyone, today I'm going to show you how to do a really easy, quick, dramatic eye. So first thing I'm going to do is just even out my skin a little bit because I've got a bit of blusher going on here and not on the other side. So we'll just even that out before we start. Okay, just going over the eyelid. So in this video, we're going to be referencing the eyeshadow video I did using a sponge to blend. Now, if you follow this correctly, based upon your eye shape, you'll get really pretty results. And remember, we're going for a more dramatic look here. So follow the process and let me know how you get on. My partner edits my videos now, which is really nice. And at the end of it, when I wink, he always says to me, can you just pause for a minute so I can get a proper cut? I always forget. Okay, so let's make a start. I'm going to be using this palette here. It's just a random one I picked up. This is by NARS, and it is the Orgasm Rising palette. What a delightful name. So we're going to just be picking random shades from here. So first I need a brush. So I'm going to be taking the number 6 brush from my white gold collection. And what I'm going to do is pick kind of these two middle shades here. I'm just going to go like this because I don't care. This is the medium shade, and this is the shade that's going to go in the crease. So we're going to take a tissue and place it on the outside corner of our eye, a few kind of millimeters away from before the eyebrow actually ends, and tilt it at an angle so you've got this great angle. Now I'm going to get a mirror that's closer because mine's a mile away. Let me just make sure. There we go. So now you're going to start the process with the medium shade going into the crease of the eye and onto the lid, kind of almost to the end. And then right here, make sure you go all the way to the end. You're going to be left with a sharp edge like this, which is highly inappropriate. Now, before we do anything else, we're going to add the contour shade, the darker shade at the outside corner. So I'm going to use this color here. Now, we're not going to blend this color really, and you'll see why at the end. So we're going to use our tissue again as our guideline. We're going to take our darker color and place this on the outside corner of the eye, and then kind of just bring it in slightly. So you're blending with this brush, but you're not going to blend anymore. So we've now got the darker shade here. Next, we're going to get our trusty little triangular sponge and a cream foundation or concealer, and just get some product onto there. Again, you don't want too much because you don't want to blend away. The trick here is you're blending with your skin tone. So let's blend this edge here so that it's softer and bleeds out, and then we're going to lighten up and you'll see how this outside corner blends. So with the edge of the sponge, gently start to push up this foundation on the sponge with the edge of the eyeshadow. And you can see now that this outside corner of the eyeshadow is starting to fade. Okay, so we fade, remember we're going for a dramatic look. So this is now faded. Now you can fade this as much or as little as you want. So if you think you need more, and just gently keep buffing away. But notice how I'm holding this sponge. I'm holding it with no pressure because you don't want to add a lot of pressure because you'll remove rather than blend. So the next thing I need is a nice flat brush. I'm going to be using number 11 here from White Gold. And I'm going to just dip it into the kind of two lighter shades here in the palette. And I'm not being particularly careful. I'm just going to knock off any excess on the back of my hand, and then starting in the middle, I'm just going to sweep this from middle to inside corner to lighten this up. Then any excess, I'm just going to knock it off on the back of my hand. Now with whatever's left on there, I'm now going to gently move it to the end of the eye, creating that blend on the outside corner so you can still see it's darker, then it gets lighter. Hurrah. Just for fun, I'm going to take this really pretty middle shade on the same brush, And I'm just going to kind of pop that on the middle to outside corner, just for fun. No other reason, but just for a little bit of gorgeousness. Just adds a little bit of jolly to the eye, gives it a bit more, you know, something. Now we need to apply mascara. Okay, so mascara is on now. I've purposely not curled the lashes or applied a bugger load of mascara because, you know, we all know if I stuck a false lash on, it's all going to look a lot better, a lot quicker. But not everybody wants to do a fake lash or apply a bugger load of mascara. So this is what it looks like just as it is. Now, whether you think this is a dramatic eye or not is entirely up to you. But what we've got going on here is the medium shade in the crease blended out with our foundation color. Then we've got the darker shade on the outside corner. We've blended with the light shade from inner to outer to blend that dark. And then we've added just a pop of that kind of burgundy color, which is quite subtle. Let's add one more coat of mascara just for fun, really tiny bit. I cannot tell you, it is so foreign for me to do this. Even after all these years, I still find it peculiar. But what you will find, I think, is what I hope you'll find is a realistic application of makeup and eye makeup on somebody who isn't 12, I'm 46, who has a slightly hooded eye. And I think it gives a more realistic impression of what can be done now. Even though this is a relatively strong eye, I still think it's perfectly acceptable for the day. I think a smoky eye is perfectly acceptable for the day. But even though it's quite a dark eye, the eye itself isn't overwhelmed with color. And that's important so that it's not taking away from my eye. You're not focusing in laser on the eyeshadow, you're just looking at the eye. And that's how I like to do makeup. Thanks for watching. I'm going to wash this off now and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye. P.S. In the beginning of this video, I said how my partner edits my videos and he asked me to pause before the end of each ending where I wink. I forgot again. So I'm just going to do it for shits and giggles now. Thanks for watching. See you all soon. Bye-bye.